So I know I'm a few days late on this one, but between the draft and getting out a bunch of prospect rebuilds, I actually only got out two. I don't know why I'm saying a bunch, but I have not done the post-Russell Westbrook Washington Wizards rebuild. So here we are today, man. Just a few days late getting that done. So I've already done the other side of this with Russ on the Lakers. I'm actually more excited to do this version of this, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, Russ with the Lakers, you kind of have three guys there already. I mean, the majority of that rebuild was kind of just simulating and seeing what happens. But today, we're going to be doing the Wizards side of it. Obviously, Bradley Beal has not formally requested a trade at the time I'm recording this, so he looks like he's going to be in Washington unless some trade blows them out of the water. They feel like they have to take it. But today, our goal is going to be to keep Bradley Beal and obviously win a championship with him. So I gave some of my thoughts in the rebuild that I actually did with the Lakers on the Russell Westbrook side of this. You know, my thought on this one is I think, honestly, Kuzma definitely did need a new place to play. You know, him playing next to LeBron, Anthony Davis, there's definitely a logjam there for minutes. So, you know, I don't necessarily, I mean, you know, as much as I shit on him, as much as I don't like the guy, you know, it's not as a person. I just don't like him as a player. All that shit that he was better than Tatum and all that. That's where that stems from. But, you know, I think in a new opportunity, new place, you know, not that it's necessarily going to translate to winning basketball, but I definitely do think he can be possibly even around 20-plus points per game. So they got Montrezl Harrell, KCP as well. Apparently KCP is the piece they really love in the deal. So all power to you, man, but I'm going to do this my style today, man. So I'm excited to get into this one. Before we do, as always, if you guys are new around here, man, want to subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 30K. Each and individual one of you guys does help that out. So if you guys want to stick around a while, join this community, we'd love to have you. Well, let's get into this one. So unfortunately, as we currently sit, I still do not have a shared file that has every single pick, every single trade updated. So, you know, what I do try to do for these is make sure that the team I'm rebuilding is 100% correct. As of now, I do have the Washington Wizards, I believe, close to, if not 100% perfect. So we do have their two draft picks here. Corey Kispert, who I think can be a tremendous asset for them. 4-year guy out of Gonzaga, and definitely can shoot the basketball. I believe it was a 44% three-point shooter in his final year at Gonzaga. He's going to help this team tremendously, I would say. Obviously, they're in a weird kind of hybrid rebuild mode right now. And then, honestly, you know, the flyer they took on Isaiah Todd out of the NBA G League Ignite, I mean, the dude can rebound the basketball, occasionally flash on the offensive side, and obviously he's a pretty solid defensive player as well. So we'll see. Montrezl Harrell, I'm going to be picking up his team option, as that's probably pretty clear. Daniel Gafford can come back. Rui Hachimura's come back. Was there, what, ninth? Yeah, ninth overall pick just a couple years ago. Anthony Gill can come back. I also want to emphasize, not a realistic rebuild whatsoever. That should definitely be clear with you. So Isaac Bonga, unfortunately, I'm probably just not going to give the qualifying offer to. I mean, again, I don't ever want anybody to ever think that what I'm talking about here is what I actually think about them and what the team should do with them in real life, unless I specifically say that. Will they probably get Isaac Bonga back? It's possible. I don't know. He's 21 years old here. I just know a 73 overall that I'm not probably going to play is not going to contribute to this team on a qualifying offer. So that's where some people like really need to understand about me. I mean, when I make some of these moves, I'm trying to do this in a 3-year rebuild window. And, you know, I'm not here to develop, you know, every single player. I mean, I like to do some guys from time to time, but I think that's what's definitely most important. So we look at this team right now. We look at this team. Obviously, you know, it's a weird hybrid, as I mentioned. I think there's definitely some potential here. You know, a lot of trade assets, I would say, at some point in time. But I do think we're actually in, you know, a little bit of a better spot. And, you know, I think in real life, man, they'd probably, if Bradley Beal wants to stay, I think you should keep him. I mean, he's only 28 years old. He's not 32, 33. You definitely have at least another max contract out of him where you're getting a lot of value. So we'll see, man. He's technically into the final year of his contract. I'm going to be interested to see what he does, but hopefully the Wizards can please him. Maybe get him an extension, honestly, right now, like maybe this offseason. Actually, does he have to wait for a Supermax? I don't know. Whatever the situation may be, please him. That being said, we do have some moves to do with this team. Free agency is probably not something we're really going to hop into too much. We kind of look at the breakdown of this roster. We don't really have a point guard. I mean, Russell Westbrook's gone. So I'll probably find somebody to hopefully be my point guard spot. We don't have bird rights on literally anybody here, as I mentioned. So, you know, not exactly going to be making any, you know, huge splashes in free agency. They, you know, they said it. I mean, I saw the reports. They like KCP a lot. I personally don't. I'm just being honest with you. I don't really see him as a guy on the team, especially when I'm a 9-man rotation guy myself. And, you know, Bradley Beal is 100% going to be our highest overall. So, you know, it would be cool to give him maybe a season here. I just don't necessarily think I need him. A little bit of a logjam here maybe at the, you know, this 3 spot right now. Obviously, Kispert didn't really help that, but he's actually listed on some rosters as like a shooting guard at some point. I don't really know. I'm probably going to leave him at small forward. I think he fits there a little bit better. I'm not giving up on Denny Avdija in any way, shape, or form. I still think he can be very good. He's not, you know, not going to be Luka Doncic or anything, but power forward's another bit of a logjam. I think Anthony Gill is gone. Hutchinson, I'm up in the air. And Davis Bertans have actually been shopping his contract a little bit as well. Center's a little bit loaded as well. So, it's not a bad option to, always load up as many positions as possible. I mean, at the end of the day, with a team that's in a weird hybrid rebuild like this, I think one of the better things that you can do is almost have too much talent, and then you can maybe sell some of these guys to some contenders at the deadline, something like that, maybe get some picks in return. So, I think the Wizards are doing a pretty good job so far. That being said, I like Montrezl Harrell a lot. He does not actually, I don't know why it says 2 years. It's because I had to trade him and put it through his team option. This is the final year of his deal, and I'm probably not going to go ahead and re-sign him after that. And I know it was a player option, and it showed up as a team option just because I had to put him back on this team. Because I know he hypothetically accepted his player option in real life, but he doesn't accept it in this game. So, that being said, I'm going to make some trades, man. Dude, this is not realistic. I'm sorry if you want a realistic rebuild. This is not the video for you. So, I'll see you guys with our first trade. So, our first trade of today's video, Montrezl Harrell heading over to Philadelphia. We're going to pick up Tyrese Maxey, who, if a lot of you guys have been watching me for a while, you do know, you've seen him probably win multiple, most improved players. He actually ends up progressing super well in this game, and I think he'd honestly be a really good, point guard fill-in for now. Can kind of, bridge that gap, hopefully, between a guy that definitely could possibly be a starter on a championship team, and if not, definitely has, that contract, that age, that value where I can move him pretty easily. So I do like the addition a lot, but we're definitely not done making moves. So with this trade, we are saving a little bit of money. They obviously gave Davis Bertans this extension. I believe it was last offseason, or I'm pretty sure last offseason, but, necessarily, he's maybe worth $16 million in some guys' eyes. I don't necessarily want to pay him $16 million right now in today's video, so we're going to go ahead and get Delon right here. Only on a one-year deal, very relatively same age, but we're getting a veteran backup point guard here to back up Tyrese Maxey, and I do think we're in a really good spot right now. So, some other moves I'm probably going to make is just honestly getting a couple first-round picks. I mean, I do kind of want to leave this team relatively similar. I mean, I'm definitely going to give Kuzma a year of starting. I don't make any promises past that one season, but he's definitely going to get 1 year for me. And honestly, it sucks, but Corey Kispert's probably not really going to be getting many minutes. I mean, it's weird to think that, a 15th overall pick really not getting minutes in his rookie season, especially on a team that's not, a contender right now. So, It is what it is, though. Ultimately, man, I'm not just going to send Denny of Diha and, on his merry way without, giving him a real shot here. So, eventually, we will figure it out. We'll probably narrow it down to 2 eventually. But, for this season, it's probably going to be these 2 right here. So, I think the same kind of goes with Anthony Gill. I don't really see him here, at all. I picked up his team option, but it's probably just for a first-round pick. Todd will roll off the bench. He's probably not going to be on this team for too long. I mean, he will not be on this starting lineup for too long. So, Gil, I'm going to get a first-round pick for, and probably these 2 as well. If I make any sort of bigger trade, I'll show you guys it. So, I got a first-round pick for all of those guys. I'll actually show you guys the trades right now, because some of you are always wondering when I don't show me just trading guys for first-round picks, where some of these random top 3, top 4 picks come from. So, I'll just go ahead and show you guys. These were the 3 trades right here. If you want to pause, take note, whatever it may be, this is what it is. If I get any sort of very valuable pick with any of these, I did not cheat or anything. So those are the moves. At this point in time, I'm honestly probably not going to make many other additions. Again, as I mentioned it already, very weird hybrid season. I mean, it's off. It's not often that you go ahead and trade one of your stars and keep the other one of them. You know what I'm saying? Especially with on a team like this that has some decent young talent, but also probably at this point in time should be looking to try to contend with Bradley Beal. I mean, I said it already, 28 years old, is not 32, 33, but he's in the prime of his career, a 30-point-per-game shooting guard. You definitely got to do something with him if you do want him to stay and stay happy. So, who knows, though, man. He said he's happy right now, which I don't know why he's going to be, if I'm being honest with you Wizards fans, but it is what it is. So, this is our 9-man rotation we got moving forward. I mean, we probably don't have that much money in free agency. We got just under 20 mil. I'm probably not just going to waste it and spend it just to spend it, and we really don't need any other positions to fill anyways. So, that is it for now. I will see you guys at the start of the first season with this squad. So year number 1 here in Washington for us. I mean, honestly, it would have been cool to try to go ahead and run this rotation back. With some of the moves they made, obviously, I'm not actually including any of the players that they traded for in the Russell Westbrook deal in this rotation besides Kyle Kuzma. So no KCP, no Montrezl Harrell. Again, it's not a crazy-ass James Harden, 4-team, 8-player, whatever the hell you want to call it trade. But, it could have been cool to have those 2 guys in here, but ultimately they just don't fit my timeline here in a 3-year rebuild. I think the Wizards are looking in real life, long-term, more than 3 years, definitely. But today we're going like this. So we're giving Kuzma a shot here in Washington, D.C. for a season, man. We will see how it ultimately works out. But here's how it's going to look year number 1. Tyrese Maxey, Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, Rui Hachimura, and Daniel Gafford. Our bench unit, DeLon Wright, Thomas Bryant, Denny Avdija, and Chandler Hutchinson. So at some point in time, I definitely want to get Corey Kispert some minutes. I think that would be cool. I definitely do think he's going to definitely contribute to their team next year. So we will kind of go from there for now. I also cannot update my head coach because, 1, I couldn't find Wes Unseld Jr., and 2, it's because I didn't get the opportunity to do it last offseason. So he wasn't there when I tried to hire him right now. So Scott Bozo Brooks is probably still going to be our head coach for right now. I don't plan on firing and hiring some random dude for one season, then going ahead and trying to find Wes Unseld Jr. this offseason. So I will try to find him this offseason. I'm just not going to fire Scott Brooks now. You kind of get my point. So this team's not very good, if we're being honest with you. I do not think we're going to be a playoff team, but hey, we will obviously work on that in the offseason. I will see you guys at the end of the first year. So to wrap up year number 1, we actually went 40-42, which was, if I'm being honest with you, a little bit better than I was kind of hoping we were going to be. That being said, we're still 10 seeds, so we're definitely still in the draft lottery. I was just hoping we'd be worse, so we'd have a better pick, but hey, man, we'll see. Luka Doncic, your MVP, his first career. I'm sure he's going to win at least one in his career at some point. He's actually my current pick to win MVP next season. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year in Detroit. Precious Achiuwa, Sixth Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac. Tyrese Maxey does win Most Improved. That's what I'm talking about. Almost 20 points a game, 3 boards, almost 7 assists. I'd like to raise that 3-point shooting percentage a little bit, but we'll hopefully maybe get there at some point. If I see one more fucking video where Stan Van's fat ass wins Coach of the Year, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are the Pelicans always so good? Bradley Beal, just a shade under 34 points a game. So, yeah, he's definitely carrying this team, followed by Tyrese Maxey. Not bad for Kuzma. Definitely not bad. And, again, he's not on a horrible contract. It's not like he's making 20-plus mil a year. I mean, I can live with $13 million. It's just, again, I don't know if that's going to help us win a championship, with his numbers and, hopefully, maybe it can, but again, I'm not making any promises with you right now. So take a look at the rest of the numbers right there. Rebounds per game went to Gafford, and assist was Tyrese Maxey. So no playoffs for us, even though 10 seed definitely surprises me a little bit. But hey, actually, I'm interested. Do you think they're going to update the play-in tournament for 2K22? Think they actually care that much about this game? Probably not, but it'd be cool to see. The 76ers finally break through, even with Brick Simmons on their squad, and do win a championship over the Golden State Warriors in 5 games. So heading up to league meetings right now. We are going to deny all these as always, and we are good there. Draft lottery time. Let's see what we got here. We are projected the 3rd overall pick from Houston. There's definitely a protection on that. Our pick is number 13. We also have the next pick, I believe, is top 10 protected. So we will see. Wizards, we have pick 13 and pick 11. So we do have 2 lottery picks. Definitely not bad. Scott Brooks, goodbye. If I can find Wes Unseld Jr., I will absolutely hire him because he's currently their head coach. They just hired him this offseason. I'm not seeing him, though, unfortunately. Wes Unseld Jr. I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes. It's just a head coach. You don't even see it. Maybe I passed him. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm just not seeing him right now. So we're not getting him. I'll hire somebody else. It's honestly not that big of a deal. I will go ahead and, honestly, I'll bring Billy Donovan here. Was he ever the Wizards coach? I don't know why I feel like he was. I mean, I don't care so much to look it up, but I don't know why. I really feel like he was. I don't know why. Okay, Donald Jones. There's an A trainer here. I want those 3 untapped potentials. So Sean Navarro, cool. Welcome to Washington. Eldon Stewart. And I'll sign 1 assistant coach at a time because I cannot sign 2 at a time. So we should get all these guys right here. We do. We'll hire 1 more assistant coach. We'll actually hire Jeff Hornacek. That's kind of funny. He doesn't want to come here. Fuck you. Oh, brother. Nate Tibbetts. Cool. Fine by me. So we'll head up to the NBA draft now with our 2 lottery picks, 11 and 13 respectively. We also have 23 from the Miami Heat. So, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to maybe draft somebody here. Maybe get a younger backup point guard or something like that. I mean, we're kind of good at the backup, 3 through 5. So we definitely could target some sort of small forward if I'm looking. I don't know this draft class super well. Moni Bates is obviously kind of out of range, I would say. Patrick Baldwin Jr., not necessarily a bad idea. Kendall Brown here as well. So I'm going to probably try to move up a couple spots with all these picks. I mean, we should necessarily probably be able to get maybe up to number 6, maybe something 5 like that, whichever one I probably do see first. That's the 2nd round pick. Let's see what we got here, man. Pick 6 from the Orlando Magic. Will you take this? Honestly, it might have been a little bit of an overpay, honestly, but I just said that twice. Might have been a little bit of an overpay, but again, I don't need more than, 1 guy here. So Patrick Baldwin Jr. is available for us here. Probably going to be my guy. I don't think I've legitimately ever drafted him before. So welcome to the team. He's just going to either be trade bait, could be our backup. We move on from Kuzma, Kispert. I know I said I wanted to get Kispert minutes, but honestly, when I have a 6th overall pick, I'm not just going to waste it. So team player options. Beal declines. That one was kind of obvious that was going to happen. Isaac Bonga, he accepted his qualifying offer, even though I didn't offer him one because this game is so realistic. Hutchinson, I'm probably going to move on from if I'm being 100%, true with you here. I don't really think I'm going to win a championship with him. And again, I know I keep saying this about everybody. I know he's coming off the bench, but I'd like to improve. If you leave something the same way it's been for multiple seasons, it's not going to change at all. So Bradley Beal has no offers. Hypothetically, we can probably clear up enough cap space to go after another max free agent. I got Steph yesterday. I don't want to get Steph. It would be cool to bring Kevin Durant home to DC. Oh, I just don't know what else I could do here. Maybe try to sign Kyrie. Honestly, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. He wants $39 million. So I get them both. Okay, so if I want to sign Kyrie, I currently have $87 million or $87,000. So I'd have to renounce basically all of these guys right here, which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing. But now I have to clear up 9 mil. So let me take a look at this roster right now for, kind of what it looks like exactly. Man, I could just move on from Kuzma. Honestly, I'm probably going to do that. I mean, I want to get Kyrie Irving. I want to win a championship. That's probably just made us the best backcourt in the entire NBA at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just probably get a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks. Actually, it's 1 in protection backup there. And Kyrie Irving is officially on this team. It sucks to say goodbye to some of these guys. I mean, ultimately, I didn't really get the value for them that I was kind of hoping. But, it's not every day of the week that Kyrie Irving and Bradley Beal can team up. So they're officially going to be on this squad together, man. It's going to be, it's going to be cool. I think this is definitely going to help us win a championship. Probably going to have to decide which one of these guys I want to go with at the small forward spot. I'm cool with Rui, and then Gafford's iffy for me. I don't love Gafford starting necessarily. I mean, I definitely could include Tyrese Maxey in a trade. I just wouldn't mind him having him off the bench. So probably going to have to decide between one of these 3 guys here, man. The other one's probably going to be in a trade, so I'll make that decision. I'll see you guys whatever move I do make. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're re-signing DeLon Wright. We're going to go ahead and trade him for a new backup center. Here's what I did. I want to give these two a shot. I'm sure you're wondering where'd Patrick Baldwin Jr. go. I moved him to the backup power forward. The dude is 6'10". It sucks. I wanted to get Isaiah Todd some minutes, but ultimately I legitimately could not decide which one of these 3 I wanted to trade. I didn't really want to trade any of them, so that's the move. It sucks that we're not going to go ahead and be able to get Isaiah Todd any minutes here, but he'll probably live. So DeLon Wright, you're going to now go ahead and get me some sort of backup center. Doesn't have to be anybody tremendous. I mean, I don't love Gafford as my starting center, but I can live with it if it goes ahead. And hopefully, I mean, obviously it added us Kyrie Irving, so it doesn't need to be anybody tremendous at the backup 3 or the backup 5 spot. Hassan Whiteside is older, but probably going to regress a little bit too much for me. I get Hernangomez just way too much. DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Powell, 31. Honestly, it's not the worst deal in the world. So we're going to take that now. We're going to, have a 9-man rotation again here. I definitely think this is a playoff team now. I don't know necessarily we're going to be winning a championship with this squad right now. But, we may obviously made some significant improvements with Kyrie Irving now in our backcourt along with Tyrese Maxey. So that's how the squad's shaping up. I will see you guys at the start of year number 2 with this rotation. So we've made a couple major moves to this team. Definitely adding Kyrie Irving as one of them. And I think he's definitely going to help us contribute to maybe even a first round win in a playoff series. Who knows, though? We got to get through the regular season and get there first. But here's how it's looking for year number 2. Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Denny Avdija, Rui Hachimura, who I actually do like a lot. I do like his potential quite a bit. He's probably not necessarily going to be, ever a 25-point-per-game guy, anything like that. But I do think he can definitely contribute on a good team at some point. Daniel Gafford as well, maybe just if he can put up double-double numbers. I know he wasn't starting for us last year. When we take a look at his per 36, he was pretty damn close. So he's getting 33 minutes tonight as our starting center. Our bench unit, Tyrese Maxey, Dwight Powell, Corey Kispert, Patrick Baldwin Jr. Dwight Powell is pretty much the only veteran on this bench. And yeah, we got Isaiah Todd chilling here as well, who I feel bad about, but ultimately I can't really, do anything about that. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. Hopefully this team is in the playoffs. So I'm not going to lie to you. I perhaps thought this team was going to be a tad bit better than we actually ended up being. We improved by one fucking game. 9 seed here in the East, legitimately super annoying because I did think this team was going to be better, but we were not. Luka's your MVP back-to-back. Kennedy Chandler, Rookie of the Year in Houston. Preston Achua, Jonathan Isaac, Bull. Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. So, yeah, no playoffs for us. It is unfortunate, but we are hopefully going to be making some major moves. I just think we need a third score. I think it honestly kind of boils down to that. And, I don't necessarily want to blow up this team. I, actually do somewhat enjoy, kind of developing these guys, but it's our final season. So we're simming the playoffs right now. God, not something I thought I was going to be saying, but Hawks and Nuggets in the finals. Trae Young, 24 years of age, almost averages 40 fucking points, 3 rebounds, and 13 assists from shooting 53% from beyond the arc. Jesus Christ. Okay. League meeting time. We will see what we got here. We're just, projected. Beautiful. Draft lottery time. We're obviously in it again, technically. We have a pick projected from Memphis as well, and then we obviously have our own. Oh, wait, no. We don't have our own pick. The Rockets have it, but we have Charlotte's pick at 12. I don't really know. We end up with picks 12 and pick 14, so definitely going to be in some sort of trade. I don't think Billy Donovan was the problem. I just think we necessarily do need a third scorer. So I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to fire him. His ratings are good enough. I mean, unlike real life, coaches can't just blow it. I mean, they have ratings here for a reason. So 3 guys under contract right now. Obviously, these 2 making quite a bit of money. I don't really want to trade either of them, but no, I'm probably not going to trade either of them. But, we'll see. I'll see you guys with some sort of move. Didn't think that was going to go through, but Jared Allen's officially on this team. I think that's definitely, solidifying the center position both defensively, and, he's not exactly the 20-plus point per game guy I was looking for, but, overalls here in 2K do tend to help out. So it was straight up for Patrick Baldwin Jr. I think he was solid for us, but ultimately I don't know if necessarily, I'd rather take a starting center who's an 87 overall any day of the week. So we didn't even have to give up one of our picks. I mean, hypothetically, what can I get for these picks? Yeah, not much here. Yeah, I didn't think so. So 2 future firsts is fine for now. I mean, again, I try to, split the difference between developing guys and, going all out and trading all these picks. But at some point in time, you do got to make a decision. So Hachimura, Isaiah Todd, both getting those qualifying offers. I'm surprised. Maybe Isaiah Todd. I don't even know what's going on. But I'm going to pay Gafford. He's going to come back. I'm probably going to trade him at that point in time. Hachimura, I mean, not necessarily horrible for us. I don't know. I got to make a decision on him. I'm going to wait and give him a real offer. Dwight Powell can walk, so we're probably going to just renounce the rights on everybody here. I'm going to keep the qualifying offer on Isaiah Todd, and we'll kind of go from there. So Gafford is back. He's probably going to be getting traded, and now I'm going to go ahead and pay Hachimura, who I'm also a little bit iffy on, not necessarily 100% confident if I want to start him on a championship team, hopefully, as crazy as that is to say. So I'll see you guys with some trades. All right, so I've been looking for a little while now. Haven't found anything I loved for trading for Daniel Gafford. I mean, hypothetically, I'm deciding if I want a new starting power forward or a new starting small forward. If we take a look at the difference in numbers between Hachimura and Denny Avdija, it's 12.5, 5.5, and 1.5 versus almost 14, 8.5, and 4. So I'm assuming I'm probably going to go with Avdija, so I'm looking for some sort of new power forward. I didn't love the trade I got offered, so I'll go ahead and look with you guys right now. I'll look at small forward / power forward just in case we find anything here. I don't hypothetically need it to be Avdija starting. He just had better numbers. So I get Jaren Jackson Jr. a decent amount. I mean, maybe a John Collins. I also do get him a lot. But I haven't actually gotten Sabonis in a while. I actually don't mind that fit because I do like the defense of Jared Allen next to him. So money-wise, Pacers are acquiring too much money. Of course they are, so I overpaid them low-key. You want to give me Tiki, yeah, whoever you are. And I will give you pretty much every first-round pick I have because I really don't care about first-round picks because it's the final year, and cool, welcome to the team Sabonis. So at this point in time, we have a rotation kind of. I don't really want to play Tiki, so I'm probably going to sign a new backup center. I mean, we look at some offers here. I mean, Drew Eubanks, Alex Len. I mean, nothing great, nothing splendid, but honestly, I'll sign Drew Eubanks. A little bit undersized at 6'9", but there aren't positions in the NBA anymore. I hate to break it to you. So I think we've made some significant additions to this team. Obviously, our front court's looking a little bit different now. I just got to kind of have faith in Avdija at that small forward spot, but I'm happy I really didn't change much there. Really hoping Corey Kispert can provide off the bench for us as well from that. Maybe, I don't even know what kind of comparison I can make for him, but I like the team a lot, man. I will see you guys at the start of the third and final year. All right, man, so final year here for us in DC. This team has not even made the playoffs yet. We have only won 41 games as our maximum amount, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, that team last year to me, I mean, we weren't a championship team by any means, but I don't think necessarily we were a 41-win team. I think we definitely could have been a little more than that, but hey, it is what it is. Kind of putting all, we're going for it this year. This is it. So, Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Denny Avdija, Domantas Sabonis, and Jarrett Allen is going to be the starting 5. Our bench is also improved, just moving Rui Hachimura down there. Well, again, just because I'm not starting him does not change my comment about him earlier. I do like his potential quite a bit. I really do. Followed by Tyrese Maxey, Corey Kispert, and Drew Eubanks. So, here goes nothing, man. Have not made the playoffs yet. Have not eclipsed 41 wins. We are trying to do all that and a championship this season. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. So Nikola Jokic signed with Memphis in the offseason and wins his second career MVP. Interesting to say the least. We are a 1 seed here, though. That is what I want to dwell on right now. I did not catch our win-loss record because I just shamelessly scroll through Twitter the whole time I'm simming. Kihei Clark, Rookie of the Year in Indiana. Preston Achiuwa wins his 3rd straight Evens Player, or 6th Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac wins his 3rd straight Evens Player of the Year. Naz Reid Most Improved. Dylan Finnegan 59-23 for somebody else. But we also won 59-23. Looks like Memphis was pretty good as well. So I'll take it. Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving both balled out. Sabonis double-double. Looks like our additions, definitely worked out. I mean, definitely looks like we made the right move so far. Will that translate to the playoffs? I sure hope so. We got Charlotte here. LaMelo, they have added Zach LaVine. Holy hell. Patrick McCaw, NBA champion Patrick McCaw in the starting lineup. PJ Washington and Rudy Gobert. 8 seed 2K? Really? We went in 5. We got the Knicks here. Dinwiddie quickly. RJ Barrett. Kevin Durant always signs with the Knicks. And Mitchell Robinson. That team scares the hell out of me. I'm not going to... Some things just aren't meant to be, man. Some things just aren't meant to be. It's like my dating life, bro. Just never is it. I'm kidding. But yeah, we don't get a championship here today, man. It kind of sucks, but ultimately, I don't win one in every single video. I mean, hypothetically, could I rig these videos to make it so I win one every single time? Absolutely, but you guys know me. I don't ever, do that. I don't necessarily really care if I win a championship or not. So I had fun with this one. It's cool seeing the other side of, the Russell Westbrook trade, even though not necessarily I really used many of the pieces for past the season. And the only one I actually even used was Kuzma for one season. So I don't necessarily think any of those three guys are in their long-term plans anyways, unless Kuzma somehow explodes and goes back to his rookie year self. But ultimately, this was the post-Russell Westbrook, I almost said Houston Rockets, post-Russell Westbrook, Washington Wizards rebuild. So if you guys did enjoy this one, leave a like down below, man. I would definitely appreciate it. Today is free agency, 6:30 p.m. today. Free agency is official. So, I'm probably going to go ahead and do a free agency rebuild tomorrow. Just really whatever ends up happening in free agency. I'm getting the tweet notifications right now that looks like Kyle Lowry is basically 100% going to the Miami Heat at this point in time. So that one definitely could be the first one if that is the first shoe to drop. But, I don't necessarily think Kawhi Leonard is going anywhere else. I don't see that happening. DeRozan probably will get his own rebuild at some point in time. If Chris Paul miraculously leaves Phoenix, then he'll probably get his own one. But we will get into that all very shortly. So, also, I went back and counted, dude. I don't know why I'm saying this at the end of the video. We're on a 64-day upload streak right now. I'm loving that, man. It has been unbelievable summer so far, man. Road to 30K is just around the corner. I'm really excited for that one. So, as always, thank you guys all so much for watching. I truly do love you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.